What's up, Webster City Middle School? I'm Ben.
And I'm Sylvia.
It's the middle of May and we only have a few more weeks of school.
But that doesn't mean we're done learning.
Speaking of, the 5th graders just had Agriculture Day.
So let's go learn about that from Brindley.
Howdy, partner! I'm Brindley. 5th graders from Webster City and South Hamilton took a field trip to the Hamilton County Fairgrounds last week for Ag Day. Ag is short for agriculture, which is a study of farming, soil, and crops. We learned about how long the process is to get the food we eat to the table we eat at. We also learned how to tell the difference between chemicals and things we eat or drink. At the water safety station, we learned about keeping our water clean and keeping a clean environment to make that happen. In the Iowa Corn Trailer, we learned about how corn can help climate change and recycling. For our next activity, we learned about the chicken's growth in the egg. My group then learned how technology helps farmers, and the last activity was animal science. They had 2 pigs and 1 lamb there. The Iowa Corn Trailer was my favorite, but they were all pretty cool. Well, this boat's drifting, so let's send it on over to the anchors. Henry.
Thanks, Brindley. Hi, WCMS. I'm Henry. We just finished DARE, which stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. DARE taught us about what you do if you see bullying, not to do drugs, and don't drink alcohol. We finished DARE with a DARE graduation on April 26. Brindley, Taylor, Tessa, and Nevaeh won the DARE essay contest.
Did you know that more than 400,000 Americans die from tobacco-related causes each year? That is why I took DARE, so that I could learn how bad things related to drugs were. In DARE, we aren't just learning the things we are just learning. We're given real-life situations. It is then up to us to decide what the right choice is.
During DARE graduation, we got packets with a DARE diploma and a magnet and a skateboard keychain. Overall, I thought DARE was really helpful. Let's skate it on over to the anchors.
I'm so proud of all those graduates.
Yeah, you want to know what else I'm proud of?
Sure.
The 6th graders mini society.
I'm sure Evie is excited to tell us all about it.
Hey y'all, it's Evie, and in 6th grade history, we are participating in Mini Society. First in Mini Society, our class designed our own city name, currency, and flag. The first 3 weeks, you would earn starting money by doing stuff like filling out your agendas, doing your morning work, having your iPad and charger, etc. Money is used for paying your rent, for your business space, business license, and other products you can buy personally. Then we ran interview teams and got in interview teams. There were 4 jobs to apply to, including the administrative assistant, or like the secretary, treasurer or banker, paymaster, which is the person who pays people for your jobs, and money cutter, the individuals who would cut the money at the beginning. We also got to participate in auctions. An auction is a public sale in which goods or property are sold to the highest bidder. You also get to be in a business group with however many people you want and create a product to sell. A product is either a good or a service. You could sell merchandise or make and play a game.
This is the ping pong basketball game. Ping pong basketball, marvelistic fun. Yay!
International Day is May 31st, where all the grades can come and buy products. I really enjoy Mini Society and think it's a blast. Well, I better go get more products made. So let's sell it on over to Ryan.
Hello, Webster City Middle School.
It's Ryan. And have you ever wondered about how people make pixel art? Well, in computer, we have been making pixel art in Google Sheets. You make it by starting off with something you want to create, such as Bob Ross, Spider-Man, or a character from a game. Then add rules by clicking the conditional formatting button. And then adding statements like is equal to 6. Then the color you want for that number. When you're done, you get to share it and print it off. Personally, my favorite part is making the pixel art itself. Well, that's all. Now let's color it on over to the anchors.
Hey Ben, do you remember Toy Fair?
Yeah, it was difficult, but it was also really fun.
Well, let's see what this year's 7th graders think about it.
Hey WCMS, I'm Shamila.
And I'm Mary.
In 7th grade science, we are learning about kinetic energy, potential energy, and Newton's second law.
As a culminating project, we are holding a toy fair.
Let's go ask some students some questions about it.
What was the first step in making your toy?
The first step is just to mess around with your toy, getting to know it, like how the gears work and stuff.
How did you make it move?
I put the 15 tooth gear on the motor and a 45 on the wheel, and that's how I got it to move.
Here's a video of our toy moving.
What are the requirements for your toy?
The first requirement we did was to make our toy move 3 meters in 3 seconds.
The second requirement that we had is climb a 30-degree slope from a standing start under its own power for a distance of at least 1 meter, or climb a 15-degree slope for 1 meter from a standing start under its own power in 2 seconds or less.
How many requirements did your toy make?
So far it's only made 1, and we're hoping to at least get 2, which is the 30-degree angle, and we hope we'll have it by the time of the toy fair.
How did you decide on what to design for your toy?
We researched that kids like doing things themselves, so we wanted to make something like that. So we're not finished yet, but we're trying to make a cow that you can paint yourself.
What is your toy design?
We made an action figure that flies in the clouds.
What is your slogan, logo, and company name?
Our slogan is a friend for life. Our logo is, and our company name is Furry Friends.
I really like participating in the toy fair. How about you, Mary?
Yes, I find it very fun. Anyways, we have to get back to working on our toy so it's ready by the 25th.
That's all from us, so let's send it on over to Peyton and Delaney.
I love singing.
Me too. What's your favorite song we're singing, Peyton?
I really like My Country 'Tis of Thee, but we will not be singing that at the choir concert.
When will we be singing it?
We will be singing it on the front steps of the Capitol in Des Moines. Hi WCMS, I'm Peyton.
And I'm Delaney.
The 7th grade choir will be taking a trip to Des Moines on Saturday, May 14th.
To pay for this trip, we fundraised earlier in the year by selling pastry puffins.
We will meet here at the middle school at 8 a.m. We will load the bus at 8:15.
Then, at 9:30, we will be arriving at North Polk High School to attend a clinic with Kobe.
After the clinic, we will take the bus to the Jordan Creek Mall. There, we will eat lunch in the food court and have the possibility to go shopping.
After lunch, we will meet at the Cheesecake Factory entrance and depart for the Capitol. At 12:55, we will arrive at the Capitol building.
At the Capitol, we will sing the national anthem and My Country 'Tis of Thee. At 1:25, we will depart for Skateland. We should arrive at Skateland around 1:45.
At Skateland, we have the option to skate, relax, or go to the arcade. At 3:50, we will depart for Webster City. We are set to arrive in Webster City at 5 o'clock.
This trip is going to be so much fun.
I think everyone in the choir is going to enjoy this trip.
Well, we have to get back to practicing, so let's sing it on over to the anchors.
That sounds interesting.
It does.
You know what else sounds interesting? The Washington, D.C. trip.
So let's go see what Aiden thought about it.
Hey WCMS, I'm Aiden, and I'm here to talk about what we did in Washington, D.C. On the first day, we arrived in D.C. at 9:30, April 29th. We saw the White House. We later went to the Library of Congress and saw Thomas Jefferson's books. We saw the Supreme Court, and our tour guide told us there was a basketball court inside. We had a tour inside the Capitol building and saw many of the state statues, including Iowa's Norman Borlaug. Later in the day, we walked through the Kennedy Center, saw the 9/11 Memorial at the Pentagon, and the new Eisenhower Memorial. That evening, we saw the World War II Memorial before checking in at our hotel. On the second day, we went to George Washington's plantation at Mount Vernon, where we met President George and his wife Martha, and saw many of the military men out training. Later, we went to American History and the Natural History Museums. We saw the Korean Memorial and did some name rubbings at the Vietnam Wall Memorial. We stood on the steps of Lincoln's Memorial before we went to National Harbor and rode on the Capitol wheel. On the third day, in the morning, we went to the zoo and saw the pandas, but we had very little time because we had to rush to get to the Washington Monument, where we went into the very top. Later that day, we went to the Arlington National Cemetery, and our school got to lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. At 4, we went to a church service at the National Cathedral. We ended our day by seeing the Martin Luther King Jr. and the FDR memorials. On our last day, we saw where Abraham Lincoln got shot at Ford's Theater and where he died. We even saw the gun he was killed with. One thing everyone looked forward to doing was seeing the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. We finished our trip with the Jefferson Memorial. I learned a lot on our trip, and it was very exciting. I hope all the 7th graders consider going on the trip next year. Now let's send it back to the anchors.
Everyone had lots of fun and learned even more.
So now for some upcoming events.
We have a 2-hour early out on the 18th. 6th grade has International Business Day near the end of May. 7th grade has Toy Fair upcoming on the 25th.
There's an 8th grade social acknowledgement May 27th. The last day of school is June 1st, with a 3-hour early out. Check your calendar for any other upcoming events.
As we end our show, please enjoy some pictures of the 6th grade field trip to the Heartland Museum. From the middle.